But OnPassive is one of those companies, honest, clean, ethical. They do the right thing all the time. They are the light. The darkness is always going to try and turn the light out. And Marty talks about that a little bit in some of his lives. The bad guys are always going to try and snuff out the light. But what I've seen with OnPassive, as it launched, it was glowing. There was a light there. And over the last 3.5 years, that light has gotten brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. You cannot put this light out, especially with us, the founding members of OnPassive. We are so powerful within OnPassive. I don't think some of you understand just how powerful an organization we are, a family, people that actually care about each other. It is so powerful, and Ash Mufareh knows that. So I wouldn't want to be anyplace else, Ron. Right now, at this time, this moment, it's just very, very cool. I think everybody agrees with that. I don't think anybody here would want to be anyplace else. And in a couple of 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, whatever it is, I can guarantee you won't want to be anyplace else. I want you to notice, yeah, there's evil in the world. We all know that. Light, darkness, evil, good. And right now, you look out into the world and you think, this just should not look like this. It should be different. But I can tell you flat out that there's more good in the world than there is bad, guys. You might not see it. It might be behind the scenes, but it's there. And as we look at what OnPassive is going to be doing, it's all good. Ash Mufareh, what he's doing, what we're doing with OnPassive, it's all good. We're going to do very, very well. And I think that good is going to come out more and more as we go forward. Darkness, it can never succeed. Once that light starts to come out, you can't put it out. And that's what OnPassive is. That's what Ash Mufareh is. It's what we are as a family.
And the thing about darkness and light, you never ever click a switch and darkness comes on. Darkness is only allowed in if you shut out the light. It has no power over light, zero. That's the difference between darkness and light. Anytime darkness gets in, it's because you shut off the light or you dimmed it. This light is bright. And as long as we take care of each other and we help each other, and if you see somebody getting a little dim, help them get that fire back up again. Darkness has no place in the light. It's not stronger than. It can only creep in if you let it. And that's not going to happen in OnPassive.
Hey, Marty, can I mention something there since you opened that up?
Yeah, of course.
I want to talk directly to your audience here, because you bring up a very, very, very good point that each and everybody, and you got some powerhouses in this webinar. You've got some faithful founders that are all over the place, and you have influence. And it's not just the influencers that have this ability to reach out and affect how other people feel and kind of, like you said, put the fire back in. We're all significant. We all do something at our level, from our mindset, from our perspective, that can help do everything you're talking about doing. And I just want to remind everybody here, like you said, if you see somebody that's faltering a little bit, or maybe they're having a down day, maybe something has happened and they lost a little faith in OnPassive, or maybe they had, whatever it is, it's another day. Breathe easy. Know it's happening. Know it's coming. You're right. The light is getting stronger and the dark is getting weaker. And that's why we see all of the chaos right now in the world, because the light that's coming into the world, and OnPassive is a big one. I mean, there's other lights, but OnPassive is huge with what it's doing. But the light that's coming in is showing us a lot of the bad, and that's why it's raising up. We're starting to see all this, but each and every one of us have an ability to do something for somebody right now, today, to help lift them up. So thank you, Marty.
No doubt about it. And one time, well, many times, I talked to Ash, and he goes, "How many rooms are conference rooms do you think I enter? Tell them what my plan is," and they all go, "Good idea, Ash." He said, never. It's always no. It's always, you can't do that. What are you talking about? What are you insane? The whispers behind each other. And he says, in some cases, if I can't do it with you, I'll find someone else. And what he did, what was he doing? He was focusing on the light. He's focusing at where he wants to be. This nonsense here at this one table, or these group of guys or that group of guys, you can go with me or you get out of my way. Go with me or get out of my way. Because what's behind Ash now? A million lights. He's coming through like a freight train. He builds that momentum. This is not a company. I hear him say a lot of stuff, and most of the time I'm going, what the freak does that mean? But when he brought up value, he did that for years. You ever notice Ash never mentions money? And then one day, bing, it hit this big head. I'm sitting there right before live, and I go, what does he always say? He says this, and this, about 5 things. But if you add those 5 things up, it's a lot of apples, right? You don't have to say it. It equals what it is. I said, man, that's very smart the way he did that.
And you know what, too, Marty? He's been doing it very low key ever since day one, since those early webinars Mike was talking about. And you may remember when he first started saying, we're not going to allow negativity. I mean, a journey of 1,000 miles, right? We're not allowing a negativity. I mean, you know how many people looked at that and said, oh, he doesn't want the truth getting out. He's like, no, we don't need negativity, because he understands that where you focus, your energy goes to. And everything he's ever had us focus on is all positive, it's all light, it's all good, it's all benevolent, it's all for lifting people, and it's not on ourselves. You're right. I love it.
I get hit every single day with a negative person. And you know why? We'll just say the evil person. All right. They can't change my mind. You know why? The devil only attacks weak people. He is not going to attack a strong person because he knows better, but he will attack an evil person, a weak person. I mean, I learned that when I was a little kid. You stay strong, be smart. This is the smartest thing that I myself have ever gotten into.
Well, every one of us have an energy, a very subtle energy, a bioenergy that extends out a good 8 meters around us when we're full of love and full of good feeling, and as we say, compassion, you know, and wanting to do compassionate action. And when you've got that coming out, I am telling you, evil cannot approach you. The only thing that you can have are people like you. You come into a room, you light the room up, and people go, wow, I want to get next to that guy. You know, I want to be next to that gal. He's got something that I want. But man, how many of us have been in a room where somebody walks in and just sucks the air right out of the room? You're like, oh, I'm going to stay with bad vibes. I think they did a song about that, right? Good vibrations. So yeah, if you think compassionate thoughts, get our minds off ourselves and put it out. I mean, that's what Mr. Mufara does all the time, day in and day out. And that's exactly what we're about, all of that stuff. So man, life is pretty good.